All right. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. This is Shamari. Welcome. Well, we have a couple of great stories for you today. For Cardano hodlers, we've got good news for you guys. There's an official wallet coming out, so that's more of an update story. Nothing really major there. We have a story about the India Supreme Court and their ruling on cryptocurrencies and cryptocurrency exchanges. You're probably saying, well, why the hell does that matter, Shamari? Well, guys, you know that 1 point something billion people on Earth are Indians? Think how about that's going to affect the market. We're going to talk about that. For Ripple holders, if you hold some XRPs, we've got a story for you there about a new product that Ripple's launching, and that's kind of interesting. And then, of course, I know I've been harping about it, custody. I'm not going to go crazy about it today, but obviously it's the huge news of the week. It's the huge news. I could have pulled up 5-10 stories just about custodianship today. Obviously, I'm not going to go crazy like that. But I do have one, and obviously it's about Coinbase, and that they already have 10 funds approved. These guys are moving at a rapid pace, and we're going to talk about those. So first, let's get into what we normally do around here. Let's take a look at how the markets did today, gentlemen. All right, the markets are quite tame. Nothing's going on. I mean, literally, look at this, 0.81 for Bitcoin, 2.7 down for Bitcoin Cash, 3 down for Cardano, 3 down for Stellar. Let's go over the top 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Cardano, Stellar, IOTA, and Tether. As you can see, IOTA still holds the 9th spot, beating out Tether, and Tether still holds the 10th spot, beating out Tron. All right, let's take a look at who made money today. Oh, well, let's look at the rest of the market, as we usually do. Just take a little scroll down, take a look, take a little look. All right, everything's single digits down. Zilliqa, 1.6% up. Everything, though, single digits down. Not the greatest day in the markets. As you know, custodianship has come, so I don't mind. Let those prices drop so I can buy more for now until the whales get here. But anyways, holy shit. Syscoin up 111% today. Do you notice every time we do this, who's making the money? Syscoin's been coming up here. 111% today alone. That's incredible. I'm not sure what those boys are doing over there, but whatever they're doing, it seems to be working. And then we got, wow, Decentraland at 33% up today. Remember, their name keeps coming up, too, when we do these highest earners of the day. Running up the top 10 earners, we got Smart Cash, Elf, Monaco, Kin, Ethos, Dentacoin, Mithril, and Gas. All right, let's get to our news stories of the day. So first, for Cardano hodlers. Good news for you guys. Cardano has a 1.4 update. Their back end will be released by the 4th quarter, they say. So this is for you guys, if you're a hodler. In a recent tweet, Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of IOHK and creator of Cardano, has given a hint of an update regarding his new and upcoming Cardano wallet. The CEO has stated that Cardano 1.4, which is the foundation for the new wallet's backend, will be released sometimes between Q3 and Q4. The tweet read, to manage expectations, our best estimate is that Ledger support will ship with Cardano 1.4. So check that out. You'll be able to put your Cardanos on a Ledger Nano, whatever it's called. I keep forgetting if it's Ledger Nano or Nano Ledger. But you'll be able to put it on that. You guys know what I'm talking about. He says we do not have an exact date for this release, but it will be late Q3 to the first half of Q4 of this year. So Cardano hodlers, get ready. You guys are going to have a full, nice, robust wallet to keep your Cardanos nice and safe. Cardano, so that's the main wallet, the back-end wallet, but Cardano actually did release a wallet a week ago, and its own wallet, it was called Daedalus 0.10.1, which can now be found under the application menu on the website. So you can go to Cardano's website, and you can get this one, the first one here, the Daedalus one, and then Q3, Q4, you're going to get the 1.4 update. So technically, there is a wallet for you right now. The new one's going to be coming out with the, like we just read, the Ledger Nano support and all that. So that's coming up for you guys good. Let's see what a couple tweeters said. Tarek Jawad, a crypto follower, wrote, I love this project and the raw honesty and no BS attached to it. Attention to detail when building from the ground up will make the foundation extremely strong for overall support and success of Cardano in the long run. Another crypto fan inquired, thanks, Charles. When is staking? Around the same time? And Harry Pray IV, in an appreciation comment, wrote, I've got an empty ledger in a safe awaiting the arrival of my ADA. Thanks for your transparency and the cold staking stuff, which makes this option amazing. So this guy, you can see that guy right there. That guy already has his ledger. he's waiting. So get your ledgers ready. Get ready for this update. You can get that wallet now, that first wallet, this one here, this dataless. You can get this one, this dataless 0.10.1 right now from their website. And like you said, Q3, Q4, you're going to get the bad boy wallet, which will come with ledger support. And as you can see from the guy down there, this guy's been waiting. What did he say? He said, I've got an empty ledger in a safe awaiting the arrival of my ADA, of my Cardano. So, Cardano hodlers, there you go. You're welcome. Looks like your project is moving forward, looking nice. When the big money gets here, that'll always be a good sign for them. All right, guys. Now we have a little something for Ripple hodlers. Ripple hodlers. Ripple launches a bi-monthly news web series, The Ripple Drop. So it sounds like it's going to be just some online thing, and they're going to tell you what Ripple's doing. So that's pretty amazing. Usually these companies, I know they all have, a Reddit thing, and and then the CEO and them, they will tweet on their own about stuff. But this is really good for Ripple holders, like in terms of transparency and just to know, what's going on with your money. So let's read this. Ripple Labs has announced the launch of The Ripple Drop, a web series which provides news from inside of Ripple. So they're going to be reporting to you about all the goings on inside of Ripple. It will cover information about their customers. It'll cover information about the technology and the products. The series will have releases on the first and third Monday of every month. So remember, the first and third Monday of every month, you can head over, you can find this Ripple Drop web series, and Ripple's going to tell you everything they're up to. The show is hosted by Reinhard Kate, writer and social media marketer at Ripple. The guests featured on this week's show, this iteration of the show, are Catherine Coley, the head of XRP Institutional Liquidity, Ashish Birla, the, SVP, Senior Vice President of Product, and Jim Chauncey Kelly, the head of Talent Acquisition. Blah, blah, blah. They get into the interview. If you guys want to read about that, you can go there. But that's it. You can go watch this every first and third Monday. And they'll tell you about right here it says they want to tell you about the long-term vision for success and scalability and all other factors and acquire some talent. So, for you for you Ripple hodlers, there you go. Okay, so now let's talk about the India Supreme Court. Now, the reason I bring this up, why the hell you give a shit about India, Shamari? What the fuck, dog? Guys, we're in a global market. Cryptocurrency is sold everywhere on Earth. Well, Earth consists of about 6 billion of us. Well, 1 point something billion of us happen to be Indians. So every 1 in 5 people on Earth are Indians. And let's get it real. Also, 1.5 people on Earth are Chinese. So if the Chinese and Indians don't get involved, well, that's 2/5 of Earth not involved in crypto, right? That's a lot of money sitting on the sidelines. I'm not saying if they want to get in, they can't get in. I'm sure they could, if you're that rich and you want to get in, you'll find a way in. But it really sucks that, they are so extremely against crypto. It's unbelievable. And to keep 1 point something billion people away from this market, that's kind of a bummer. So let's get into it. So this is a bad news story, but don't worry. With the custodianship story, I got good news coming. But this is a news channel, so we have to listen to all news, good and bad. So let's go. The Indian Supreme Court heard one petition against the crypto banking ban by the country's central bank today. However, the court did not grant a stay, and the ban is set to proceed as planned, prompting crypto exchanges in the country to start implementing their solutions for banking alternatives. So this is what happened. The central bank issued a circular on April 6th banning all financial institutions under its control from servicing cryptocurrency companies. All. A blanket ban. All. They're not allowed to service crypto exchanges. They're not allowed to service crypto individual clients. They're not allowed to service crypto hedge funds. All. This is a bummer. The ban is set to take effect on July 5th. So in a couple days, today is July 3rd. A number of industry participants have petitioned against the ban. Other than the petition by IMAI, there are 4 other petitions which the Supreme Court will hear on July 20th. So the ban is going to go into effect on July 5th. But the court said they will listen to these guys on why the ban should be lifted on July 20th. So the question is, are these exchanges and cryptocurrency companies, are they going to follow the law right now? So in 2 days, are they going to shut down and then wait for their court date on the 20th to reopen? Or are they just going to tell the Indian government to go fuck themselves and we'll wait to see what the judges say after the 20th? These are the dilemmas, boys. These are the dilemmas. And so here's what some of these guys are doing. I was going to read about all this, but look, they're trying to make workarounds. So if the Indian government still doesn't let them offer crypto, they're going to try to do like straight peer-to-peer and stuff like that. I will read about that if that day comes. But for now, the 20th of July is the date that we as crypto investors should be looking at, in that these guys are going to get to petition one more time. And let's hope that their petition is successful because, like I said, India, 1 in 5 people on Earth, planet Earth, our little home here, floating out in space, 1 in 5 of them are Indians. So we want their money up in here, right? So anyway, here's one thing. One CEO said, he's the CEO of Unicoin. He said he said news to Bitcoin.com today that last week that his exchange is working on banking alternatives due to the RBI's recent notification on prohibition on dealing in virtual currencies. Our banking relationships are likely to be disrupted on or before July 5th, 2018, but we are in the process of deploying new mechanisms for INR deposits and withdrawals, his exchange announced. So the reason I just read that last part is just to show you these guys aren't giving up. Like, these guys aren't giving up. They might not be able to use Indian banks, but maybe you could use a bank from Bangladesh, maybe from Pakistan, you know, some neighboring bank or something. So all is not lost, but just so you know, this is a news show. So that's the news. That this story here was the story on every single crypto website I went to today. This was the #1 story. Like I said, 1 in 5 human beings on planet Earth in this universe are Indians. All right. And the other 5th are Chinese. 60% of us, we're the ones that make up the rest. The black, white, and Hispanics. Yeah, we're the rest of them. This planet belongs to those guys. So just to keep it in perspective. All right, now let's get to the fun stuff. You know I love it. Love it. Custody. What's our favorite word in the world? Custody. How are we going to make our money? Custodianship. And it has arrived. It has arrived. And look at this shit, guys. Like we talked about it yesterday. Those motherfuckers, Coinbase, signed up a bunch of banks last week. See how fast this is moving? And we thought that they were just in the middle of their applications. They're already signing up banks to this thing. So here it is. Coinbase admitted today, 14 hours ago, at 5:01 Eastern time, they admitted that they already have 10 big hedge funds lined up. Not lined up, already signed up, like using them. You know what I mean? Not like we're in talks to do something with and, shit like that. Like, no. They put, remember we talked about that? Holy crap. The service only went live yesterday. Remember what I was saying when I was doing the thing? I was like, yeah, man, I bet these guys are literally writing their applications. Well, they were. They were writing their applications. And so here's 10 big boys. Let's find out what kind of money's heading in. The money's already coming, boys. Let's get ready. Here come the whales. So, let me just have a quick shot here. This is a celebratory shot. Let me show you the title again. Coinbase new custody service now has 10 clients. I mean, the service just went live yesterday. Yesterday, 9 a.m. Remember we read that article? 9:30 a.m. they went live. They've got 10 clients already. Boys, these whales aren't waiting. These whales aren't waiting. All right, let's read about all this money that's coming. Coinbase revealed today that 10 institutional investors, including hedge funds and family offices, have started using the custody service it launched last week. By the end of 2018, the largest crypto exchange in the U.S. aims to have 100 institutional customers with about $5 billion worth of assets under management. Currently, Coinbase is dealing with $20 billion in crypto funds for retail investors. So right now, it's me and you, retail investors. Coinbase has $20 billion of our money. They're saying they're expecting $5 billion worth of more money from institutional investors. Now, as a market guy, I'm going to tell you, $5 billion, that's fuck all. That's fuck all. They're single hedge funds with like $50 billion and $100 billion by themselves. So personally, I think that Coinbase is they're underestimating, just like they did. Remember when Bitcoin went up to 18,000, everyone started getting Coinbase accounts, and then Coinbase couldn't handle it. Like, oh my gosh, they were being inundated with new accounts. That's what's about to happen to them, I believe. Well, let's read on. The service is designed to protect digital tokens with methods that have been used for traditional securities. So like I talked to you about, like you already know, for you who are new, I know guys, but I got to do this again. So for you who are new, I'm not allowed to hold $1 billion worth of people's money on a Ledger Nano. I have to have it in what's called custodianship. I have to have it with a company that just all their job is holding assets for people. So as you can see, it says that the service is designed to protect digital assets with the same methods that have been used for traditional securities. Sam McInvale, who's in charge of the new custodian service, told Bloomberg the exchange has been in talks with the security. Oh my gosh, and this is the good shit right here. With the Security and Exchange Commission and FINRA, Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, to make sure its service is in line with the requirements. And this is what he said. We sort of have an understanding with the SEC and FINRA, and it allows us to execute contracts with clients and take the first deposits. The company didn't need an official approval as it partnered with a service with SEC-regulated broker-dealer electronic transaction clearing, he said. So what they did was, instead of building their own custodianship, they partnered with electronic transaction clearing, which is already SEC approved. Because remember, yesterday I was kind of like, what the fuck? How are we already here at custody, right? Because remember, we read the article last week, and the hedge fund guy said, oh, yeah. No. The Coinbase guy said, yeah. We're talking with the SEC. We expect to be approved soon. Remember it said? He said, we expect to be approved soon. Well, instead of getting approval, they just said, fuck it, and partnered with the company that is approved. So game on. That's how they tricked us. That's how they got us. That's what was so surprising. Because they just partnered with someone else instead of building their own. It's not to say they're not going to build their own, but that's why this money got to just start flooding in already this week. And in fact, what did it say? It said that some of these clients had signed up last week. So they were in the background while doing their application with the SEC, acquiring this company that already has SEC approval. The other reason I wanted to show you this is also that the FINRA, so the SEC is going to govern whether a token is a security or an asset, or a commodity. And that's a big deal because that's why Coinbase says they don't want to put other coins. right? Well, why don't you put Ripple? Why don't you put Monero, man? What's going on, dog? Because they don't want to get into regulatory problems. But if they could just buy companies that are already regulated into what they want to do, bang, you're good to go. So let's finish this up. Coinbase provides one of the few custodian solutions in an emerging and unregulated market that has been hit by hacker attacks multiple times. Services like these might clear the space and bring in more institutional investors. More. Holy shit. Institutional investors. Whales. Whales upon whales. And they come whales upon whales. You guys know what I'm looking at when I look over there. The green tsunami of money and the billionaires riding it to get here. So right now, Coinbase offers the service for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and Litecoin. The company said it planned to cover more cryptocurrencies. Also, it might offer its solutions to exchanges and ICO startups. Now, remember, that's the thing. They want other coins. Remember we read about those, what was it, like 2-3 weeks ago? Remember when they said they're going to do Ethereum Classic and then they're going to look into other ones? As soon as they have as soon as they know. Okay, so let's finish this up and then I'm going to explain something. So, blah, blah, blah. Polychain CEO said Coinbase is incredibly well positioned to store the next $100 billion of crypto assets. Coinbase has a very, very long history of successful digital asset storage. One of the initial solutions under the new service is to provide cold storage so that hackers cannot find a way to the funds. In other words, like, we're not allowed to keep our clients' money on a Ledger Nano or whatever, but, you know, they have their own vaults and they can keep it on those kind of vaults. You know, they're not allowed to keep it on a Ledger Nano. So, but I want to get back to this point here. Remember a couple of months ago, Coinbase said they wanted to offer every coin, right? They said, yeah, we're going to offer Ethereum Classic, everything, Ripple, all of it. But what they're waiting for is SEC approval. So, gentlemen, in terms of making our money, so what was it all last week and the week before? What's our favorite word? Custodianship. It was all about custodianship. Now we have it. That's leg one. But I want us to talk truthfully. Things are still going to take time. That's level one. Level one, custodianship. Let me say it out here like this. Level one is custodianship. Now the big boys know. The big boys know my money will be safe. They now know that. That's no longer a fantasy. It's no longer a thought. It's no longer a hope or a dream. It is happening. It is happening. Coinbase has 10 clients. Not getting 10 clients or speaking with 10 clients or we're going to overlook this program and see if this might work and blah, blah, blah. Let's hope. No, motherfucker. They have 10 clients right now. It just opened yesterday. And so, you know, in terms of these whales coming in here, guys, that's step one. That was step one, showing them that their money will be safe. You're not going to have your money on Bitfinex or Bitrex or some place that'll get hacked. Now your money is unhackable. Now, part number two, gentlemen. You mean there's more? I know, guys, but there is more. And this is the most important stuff. Is the SEC. The SE motherfucking C. That's the next. We have custody. So SEC can't complain about that anymore. They can't deny the hedge funds their applications to trade in crypto due to custody. That problem is solved. Now the problem is, well, or has been and is still, how is the SEC going to classify these assets? How are they going to classify? Remember, about 3 weeks ago, the one SEC guy, he said Ethereum is not a security, so they're not going to regulate it. They don't care. Right? And what was his definition of a security? He said that what the SEC looks at is if you, the customer, give people money and then they go use that money in a profit-generating enterprise and then you receive rewards for you giving them that money. In other words, you receive a part of the profits. That is a security. Whereas with Ethereum, what did he say? It's so decentralized there is no such thing as, Ethereum. There is no CEO of Ethereum. There's no company called Ethereum. So they're saying, oh, that's what's called a commodity. So it's as if you bought gold or silver or platinum. It's not a company, right? There's no, you're not giving money you're giving money to get rewards. We are. We're investing, but that's not the purpose of why you buy it. You buy those platform tokens to be used for something. And so they're not going to classify Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. There was another one, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin and Litecoin Cash and Ethereum Classic. Those are not going to be regulated as a security. So in other words, a security is a stock. Okay, bottom line. Let's just get real. A security is a stock. And so they're not looking at those ones that I just told you as stocks. But now, for instance, if you own Cardano, they might look at it as a stock. If you own Monero, they might look at it as a stock. Dash, a stock. And so that's what we're waiting for. We don't know. We don't know the answers, right? But that's what he said the criteria was going to be. If a retail investor gives money to an organization and they're expecting money back as profits, as a portion of the profits, they're going to view that as a security. Personally, I don't give a fuck. As long as I can buy and sell this shit, I don't give a shit what they classify it as. For you and me, that doesn't matter. But it does matter in terms of what Coinbase can offer and what these exchanges are allowed to offer us as the investors. And so that's why you notice Coinbase right now, we're not allowed to invest in the custody program. Like you and I, remember we read yesterday, you have to have $100,000 just to open an account. So I guess if you had 100,000, go for it, buddy, but I don't. So it's for high net worth individuals, big money, millionaires and billionaires. And that's what we need to come in here. We need that green wave over there, that green wave of money, that tsunami of cash, the tsunami that's coming. We need that to keep coming. And so as long as we can keep this custody thing going, which is going, and as long as the SEC gives some good approvals, and they said they're going to do it by the end of the year. So that's what I'm saying, guys. There's still time. So let me say it this way. Let me say it this way to you. Guys, there's still time to get money in. Like, don't go mortgage your house and all this stuff just because the custody came yesterday. It's going to still take time before real money, until the SEC gives its ruling on what they're going to classify each crypto as, you have time. Hurry up and buy all you can, all that you want, but don't go out of control, okay? We have time. I believe, obviously, I said it the other day, I thought Q1, Q2 of next year would be sort of the beginnings of just custody being happening. Now, my time frame is pushed up 6 months. So we have custody now. And remember, we read about GoBit is going to have the custody solution, and that other custody company. So those are three. You can't have a strip club with only 3 strippers, though. So we're still going to have to wait for more to come. But now they're on the way. So now, all the big money guys, they know I have custody. Fine. But now they're waiting for SEC regulations to come down the pipe. So that's our next big thing, guys. SEC regulations. That's what we're going to be watching for. We're going to wait for the SEC and the politicians to rule on this, to give us a final word on our stuff. And that's when truly, right now the whales are coming through this custodianship. Like you said, like we read, if you've got a couple $1 million, you're already allowed to do the custodianship, so fine. But when the regulations come, that's when it will be an unleashing, a full unleashing. In other words, they know that no one's going to change the rules on them. There's not going to be any laws changed on them. They're going to understand the tax implications. Remember the taxes. You're trading $50 billion. There's tax implications. You want to know, right? So that's all on the way. So anyways, guys, this is just I just wanted to bring that up. As you know, custodianship is our favorite word around these parts. We have now received our custodianship. Next step is SEC approval, full SEC approval, and the floodgates will be wide open. All right. So take a quick look at the market again before we wrap it up. Low single digits down, same as we saw at the beginning of the show. All right, guys, so this has been Shamari. Thank you for coming out. This has been Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. Now, guys, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please retweet these. Oh, go to our Twitter. Go to our Twitter, CB Newswire. That's our Twitter account. Retweet all that stuff. Share this stuff with your friends. Guys, we have custodyship. Now we're about to get SEC regulation. The big money's about to come. If you and your loved ones, get them on in here. Get them on in here before these whales get here. Before these whales and sharks get here. Because they're going to be eating. They're going to be eating hard. And we need to make a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of new millionaires in America when this thing is over. And I hope that each and every one of you is one of them. So, guys, as usual, I love doing this show for you. Thank you for coming. Oh, that's right. Please subscribe below down here. Press the little thing beside it so you get automatic updates. You'll get an automatic update whenever I make a video. And we'll be back for the airdrops on the weekend. Guys, so that's it for today. Boom. Custodianship is here. Boom. Subscribe right there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Clark. Over and out.